Hello, this is Matt from tracyandmatt.co.uk and from unboxings.com, and here we are with the HTC Desire HD. Now, the more eagle-eyed among you, or those that have been following us for a while, will know that we've already done an unboxing video of the Desire HD. However, as this is now the full and final retail hardware and packaging, we just thought we'd do another one so that you can see any differences there might be. Obviously, this is now a proper box with a nice colour outside rather than just a white box, and the handset is inside wrapped in plastic. We're going to come back to that in just a second. Underneath we have an accessories guide, which is just a small leaflet, a quick start guide which just pulls out and just covers the basic. It's nicely printed in colour though, so it does help you kind of orient your way around the handset. There's the Contact Us, which has all the different locations that you can contact HTC, safety regulations, and your warranty card and statement booklet. Underneath, first of all, we have a UK 3-pin plug, which works alongside the USB style charger, and they simply plug together like so. So you've got a fairly neat wall charger with a USB connector on one end, and that just comes apart like so. We then have a headphone pack. So in here we have a clip clipping its clothing and foam covers for the actual headphones, and then we have a wired headset. In fact, so it's a 4-pole 3.5mm jack with a length of cable, and then there is an inline microphone with a series of controls. So we have play and pause, and you can skip tracks backwards and forwards, and also the center button just answers or hangs up any calls that you got in progress with the wired headset, and obviously that is a microphone block as well. And then the actual headphones, and HTC headphones are pretty decent. They're not noise cancelling or noise isolation, I should say. They're sort of the standard sort of loose in-ear style headphones, but they are quite good. I've used these on other handsets before from HTC, and they are among the better, shall we say. I suspect that most people, like me, will prefer to use their own normal headphones rather than a headset. And then last of all, we have a standard USB to micro USB sync and charge cable. That's a fairly standard item, so you can use that with the wall charger, or to plug into your PC or Mac, synchronize or charge. So let's take a look here and peel the sticker off, or the protector off the outside carefully like so, and there we go. And we have obviously the brand new handset, quite weighty, weighing in at 164 grams, but that is because it is a pretty large handset. 4.3-inch display, very much the same as the HTC HD2. Which is 480 by 800 pixels WVGA. It's a very generous large screen, as you can see there sitting in the middle. Underneath we have a series of buttons which are kind of touch sensitive rather than physical. So you've got your home, menu, back and search buttons. On the top there's a little indicator LED along with the large sort of grill over the main speaker there. On the left hand side have an up and down volume control rocker, and that's pretty much all. On the bottom, 3.5mm headphone connector and micro USB, and the little hole there is the microphone. And over on the right hand side, absolutely nothing at all, completely clean, nothing to see on that side at all. On the top we just have the power button, obviously to turn on, but also toggles between sort of standby mode, so it does turns the display off when you actually are using it. On the back then we have an 8-megapixel autofocus camera with dual LED flash, and I've used the camera on the demo model and it's really quite good actually. Loudspeaker grill next to that. That's pretty much all we have there. Now we have a cover here that pops open like so, and that contains, I believe, the part of the antenna, that cover. Then underneath we have the battery, which is already wrapped in plastic. Now it sits in place with that plastic just so the connectors don't touch inside while it's in transit, but it also keeps it neat. So that just slides in place like so, and that holds the battery, and then the cover pops back on like so. A little bit of a fiddle to get back on actually. There we go, and that's the cover back on. As I say, it's a little bit fiddly, but as it is the battery compartment, I don't suppose you're going to be taking that on and off very often. On the bottom there's another cover, it pops off like so, which contains space for our SIM card here and a micro SD HC memory card, which there is already one installed, and it's an 8 gig micro SD HC memory card, and that just pops in the bottom. Again, there are connectors on the bottom plastic part here, which again I believe also contain parts for the antenna. Rundown specification, if you don't know them already, but just a recap, it's Android 2.2 Froyo, and obviously we have the HTC Sense implementation. In terms of dimensions, 123mm from top to bottom, 68mm wide, and just under 12mm thick at the thickest point. As you can see there, the camera does just poke out the back a little bit. There is a little bit of a ring around the lens itself, but still I find that a little bit, I think that's a little bit exposed. I would be slightly concerned as to scratching the actual lens on that camera, but it just sticks out a little bit on the back, as you can see. As I say, weight is 164 grams, has a 1 GHz processor, a whopping 768 megabytes of RAM, and 1.5 gig of ROM. This one came with a 8 gig micro SD memory card as well. 4.3 inch touchscreen, which is capacitive, 480 by 800 pixels WVGA. Wireless Wi-Fi supports 802.11b, G and N standards, so wireless N is a great thing to actually be included. Some more handsets are starting to have this now, but yeah, I think it's one of the first HTCs to have wireless N. Bluetooth 2.1 with EDR support. Camera is an 8 megapixel autofocus unit with dual flash and is capable of recording 720p video. The battery is a 1230 mAh battery with a standby time at claimed 420 hours and a talk time of up to 550 minutes. The screen technology, by the way, is Super LCD rather than AMOLED, but there's very little difference in terms of comparing them visually. It's very hard to tell the difference between AMOLED and SLCD. In actual fact, SLCD is preferred by many, and I think it's slightly more efficient in terms of battery power. It does have built-in GPS and all the other bits and pieces that you really have come to expect from handsets such as this, including accelerometer, proximity sensor, all those sorts of things. Comparing that to the HD, as you can see there, very, very similar in terms of size and design. Obviously, most people are saying that the Desire HD is the Android version of the HD. There we go. So that's a very quick tour around, as I say, the full retail version of the HTC Desire HD. If you have a look elsewhere on our YouTube channel or on tracyandmatt.co.uk, you'll find we have some other videos of the Desire HD already, including a demo video and some other bits and pieces that you might want to take a look at. We'll be back soon with a full review of the HTC Desire HD. We'll have loads of screenshots, some more video, sample photos, sample video, all that kind of stuff taken with the device. So that'll be online over the next week or so. In the meantime, if you want to follow us on Twitter, it's twitter.com/tracyandmatt, or on Facebook, facebook.com/tracyandmatt.co.uk. I'll be back soon with some more videos and reviews, but for now, thanks for watching.
Bitdefender is dedicated to protecting people's digital lives, so working with unboxings.com to help preview and review the latest technology is a perfect fit.